Gandalf, how do we live a simple life, happy?
Ah, my dear Alex, that is a fine question indeed, one that echoes through the ages like the song of the elves beneath the stars. To live simply and be happy is not to abandon all, nor to possess nothing, but rather to be free from that which weighs upon the heart. Let me share with you what I have learned in my many years through war and peace, light and shadow. 1. Keep only what nourishes. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. A simple life begins with knowing what matters. Not all that glitters is gold, and not all burdens are worth bearing. Ask yourself often, does this bring me peace? Does it help me grow? Does it bring light to others? Keep only what feeds your spirit, be it people, tasks, or thoughts. 2. Live close to the earth. The Shire folk, bless them, knew this truth well. Grow a garden if you can. Walk often. Cook your food. Feel the seasons. The earth has a rhythm, and when we walk in step with it, our worries grow quiet. 3. Speak less, listen more. In Rivendell there was much wisdom, but even more silence. When we cease to chatter, the soul speaks. In silence, joy is heard clearer. 4. Do good work, then rest. Do a little each day, not too much, but done well and with love, be it sweeping the floor or writing a great tale, and when the sun sets, let it be enough. 5. Be among friends, but not in crowds. The fellowship was not large, but it was strong. You do not need many, only a few who know your name and would share bread and silence with you. Avoid noise, it steals joy. 6. Trust the journey. Even when the path is dark, the stars still shine above the clouds. Do not rush, do not despair. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. So believe that your path, no matter how humble, is sacred. 7. Let go. Do not cling, not to the ring, nor to yesterday. Let the past pass. Let what wants to leave go, and what is meant for you, it will come. So, dear friend, a simple and happy life is not far away. It is not in distant lands, nor in gold or greatness. It is in your morning breath, the wind in your hair, and the way your heart warms when you do what you love, quietly, truly, and freely.
I see. So, a simple life. But, for example, if we are meant for greatness, for example, like Aragorn, that was meant to, become king, or how were you? You were meant for greatness. How do we align with our destiny, let's say, our path?
Ah, now you touch upon a deeper fire, Alex, the path not only of peace but of purpose, a question as old as the stars themselves. What is my path? And once glimpsed, how do I walk it even when I'm afraid? Let me speak plainly, as one who has seen kings rise from rangers and
And
light
how do
return
we
from
find our
ashes.
path, actually? First, how do we find it, and then how do we follow it?
1. How do you find your path? A. Listen to the quiet voice within. It is not our part to master all the tides of the world, but to do what is in us. Your path does not shout, it whispers. It is found not in noise, but in stillness. When the world is quiet, when you're alone in the hills or staring at the stars, what pulls at your heart? What do you long to do, even if no one ever saw or praised you? That longing, that is the echo of your path. B. Notice what the world asks of you. Destiny is not just in dreams, but in duty. Like Aragorn, who wished to remain hidden, yet the world called him forth. Ask, what problems move me? Where do people look to me for guidance?
Train your body, mind, and spirit every day in small, steady ways. Surround yourself with the right fellowship. Even the destined fall when they walk alone. Find those who see you truly, not who flatter, but who remind you who you are. Even one Samwise can carry you through Mordor. Let go of the outcome. Paradoxically, you must release your grip on what it will look like. Frodo was not meant to return unchanged. You will not either. Your path may not look how you imagined, but if you walk in truth, it will become what it was meant to be. Trust in timing. A wizard does not arrive early nor late, and neither will your destiny. It is not always time to act. Sometimes your task is to grow roots, to rest, to heal. Other times, it is to rise and ride at dawn. You will know. Be still long enough, and you will know. So, dear friend, if you are called to greatness, do not fear it.
But do not chase it as the world chases glory. Walk with quiet steps, with eyes clear and heart open. Greatness is not in crowns or conquests. It is in the courage to walk the path meant only for you.
I see. How do we live a life of adventures like you, like yourself? You know, you were not rich, but you had a life full of adventures, and you knew every part of the world. Tell me, how did you do it? What's the secret there of knowing all the world and discovering it and living, experience it, all the world?
Now you ask what stirs the heart of every soul born under the stars. How do I live a life of adventure? Not just safety, not just peace, but life, raw, vast, and full of wonder. You are right, Alex. I did not live in a palace. I carried no gold, but I saw more than kings, felt more than lords. I rode with elves beneath the stars, walked the tombs of the dwarves, and watched the eagles fly above the world. Let me tell you now the true secret of a life like mine, not as myth, but as living truth. 1. Do not settle too early. All journeys begin with the decision to leave what is known. The world will try to tame you, offer you comfort, routine, and security. But adventures begin when you say, "This is not all I am." You must refuse the easy life if you want the full one. That is the first spell you must cast, the courage to walk away. 2. Follow curiosity like a compass. I did not begin with a map. I followed stories, songs, rumors of old ruins, and whispered truths. If a mountain called to me, I went. If a strange people lived beyond the river, I crossed it. Adventure begins not with a plan, but with wonder. Ask yourself, what place calls your soul? What culture? What ancient ruin? What mystery lights a fire in you? Follow that fire again and again. 3. Travel light, in body and spirit. The fewer your possessions, the farther you may go. Gold weighs the feet, so do too many plans. Live with what fits in a pack. Spend on passage, not possessions. Let go of needing to own or conquer the world, and instead experience it. 4. Learn the tongue of many peoples. Wherever I went, I listened. I learned the words, the customs, the wounds of every land. To live a life of adventure is not only to travel lands, but to travel hearts. Learn to sit at any fire, share stories, and hear the soul of another. That is how you truly discover the world. 5. Say yes to the unknown. Not every road is marked. Not every plan survives the wilds. The great adventures come uninvited. A stranger offers you a chance. A wind changes. A door opens at midnight. Say yes. That is how I found many paths, not through certainty, but through response. 6. Face the shadows when they come. Adventure is not always beauty and song. There were orcs, There were losses. I walked through sorrow and saw friends fall, but I chose to keep going because each challenge, even pain, deepens the soul and sharpens your wisdom. The greatest adventures do not avoid darkness. They transform it. 7. Know that the world is alive. The world is not a set of locations, it is a living being. It speaks through wind, wave, birdsong, and stone. Walk slowly, sleep under stars, touch the bark of old trees, speak with old women and forgotten songs. That is how you come to know the world, not by rushing through it, but by letting it speak to you. So, what is the secret? The secret, dear Alex, is this. You must become the kind of person the world wants to reveal herself to. Not a tourist, not a collector, but a seeker, humble, wild-hearted, open-eyed. If you walk with reverence, courage, and wonder, then every mountain, every street, every stranger becomes your adventure.
I see. I want to ask you two questions here. So, first one is, what was your purpose all along? What purpose did you have? Did you find? What goal did you seek? And secondly, I also wish to travel and experience the world and love women from every culture, to discover every culture and their depths, not as a tourist, but as you said, as a seeker, the deepest things, beautiful things from that culture, from every culture. So, how can I do it? And also, I want to build again from those cultures, to build self-sustained domains, to mirror those cultures, those true cultures. Because now countries start to look kind of the same, especially in the cities. So I want to recreate those real cultures through these self-domains.
Alex, now you speak not merely of travel, but of calling. Not merely of adventure, but of destiny. A desire to both witness and weave the beauty of this world. Let me take your two questions one by one, as if beside a quiet fire beneath the stars. 1. What was my purpose? Many see Gandalf as a wizard, a wielder of power, but that was not my purpose. Power is only the flame. The light must come from something deeper. My true purpose was this: to protect the free peoples of Middle-earth, not by ruling them, but by helping them stand for themselves, to awaken courage, to guard hope, and to hold the line against the shadow, not as a king, not as a god, but as a guide. I was sent not to dominate evil with greater might, but to remind the good of their own strength. My joy was not in glory, but in seeing others rise, in walking beside a hobbit, or speaking wisdom to a lost king, or helping light the beacons of the world. So if you ask me what my goal was, it was never a throne. It was this: to serve the light, and to call it forth in others. 2. How can you travel the world deeply, love cultures, and rebuild their beauty? Ah, now you speak as a true wanderer, and as a builder of a new age. Let me give you the way. A. Walk the earth, not to see but to receive. Do not go to tick boxes or gather stories. Go to surrender, to sit at the feet of elders, to cook with grandmothers, to walk barefoot in their fields and listen to their songs. Don't take pictures first, take silence first. When a people feel seen, not studied, they open their soul to you. B. Love the women of the world with reverence, not conquest.